Hi, welcome back for another session with Talk with Alejandra Santos, where I go over my articles and insights that I have posted on my website, and we really go ahead and digest those. It's a really good practice if you want to go to the website into the next.com insights and read the article that I wrote, because most of these articles are data based, and I share a lot of really good practical strategies that you can execute in your business right away without me or my team or anybody on board. But if you always want to book a free strategy consultation, feel free to jump on and just send me a message because I will be happy to talk to you. So, I want to talk about this one post that I created, which is called Not All Problems Are Solved with Money. So I did it with the intention of really talking to startup founders, but it really is applicable to anybody out there that are probably will be looking for external capital infusion. It could be from debt, or it could be from VC or investors. And I just really want to create kind of an awareness and into the business that not all problems are solved with money, because before you start asking for external money, is really good to get clear if the problem can be solved without money. That way you don't make a problem a bigger problem or two problems, right? All right. So this was sparked by a conversation that I had with the founder in one of my meetings, and we, really were discussing the need for going for another fundraising round. And before we went that route, we really started talking about what the real problems were, and we started to get really clear on what would happen if external capital would come in. Will that problem will really go away with that capital, or is it something else that money doesn't fix? So first, before you go to ask for debt or venture capital into your business, start getting clear on like, what problem am I solving? Is there an actual demand for my solution, or am I assuming the market needs it? Who am I solving it for? So make sure that you understand your target audience, your customer is really important, and validate your product market fit. Is my business model sustainable? And this is something that happens all the time, where the company in and even a very stable, mature business will have this problem. They will not generate revenue and sustain itself. So it's really dependent on maybe external funding, because that external funding will drive in sales through paid advertisement and all this stuff. So you just want to make sure, if it's a business model problem, then that's a different solution. And you want to get clear on what will capital do for you and your business. Now, if capital will fund accelerate growth, or will it mask inefficiencies and extend the runway without the real progress? So get clear on these four things. And once you get clear on those four things, what my problem I'm solving, who am I solving it for, is my business model sustainable, what will external capital do for me, then you need to really understand if what is your path. Would it be continue to bootstrapping it, because maybe the solution is not a money solution, is, or would you go for fundraise, or obtain a debt money into your business? All right. So sometimes money doesn't solve problems or doesn't fix them, but it amplifies it, right? So sometimes you want to make sure that your business or the startup really has a strong traction. You want to make sure that it has market demand and a validated business model, because in this case, if all of those checks out, then investment can help you actually scale faster, and it can take you to the next place. However, if any of this is a no, then money, what's going to happen is only going to give you a bigger problem, and it's going to prolong inefficiencies and create more hurdles for you to solve. So get clear on these items before you go asking for money. Okay. So there's a few things that you can do to growth hack over fundraising. And some of the things that I like to do is really refine your business model. Like ensure your revenue strategy is precise and repeatable. Make sure that there is recurrent revenue in place. Make sure that you're really tracking your KPIs. I see a lot of times that business owners really don't, and this comes at every level. This comes at the founding side and a very mature business ownership. They don't really have clear KPIs. And if they do, they really don't know how to massage the data in order to obtain the KPIs and track them accordingly. So, do using data to make clear and accurate decision making goes a long way. So, refine your business model, use data, validate your market. This is something that business owners and founders at all levels of stages do not do is they don't connect with their customer. I am telling you how many times have gone to a my client and I said, can you are you sending them an email? Can you send them a survey? Is there any way you can ask them for feedback? And a lot of the time what I see is that there's a lot of uncertainty. They don't really want to get that feedback or they don't really know how. So make sure you're connecting with your client because that's the one that's spending the money on your business. Okay. I always go for the choice of bootstrapping when possible. I love supporting my clients to have them scale in the leanest way because that way you know that they're growing healthy. So you can have lean operations, you can build a strong foundation, and now with everything that AI is doing, you can actually scale your business to multiple millions of dollars of revenue with a very lean team. And the most important one is really to achieve that traction. Like make sure that you have revenue, you have users interested, make sure that you are collaborating, you're doing partnerships, that your concept works, that people really like it. This way you can bootstrap. It will take a little longer, but at least you know that you are not adding more problems to the one problem you're trying to fix. So, when is the right time to raise? If you really want to raise money, when is the right time to raise? Now, this is something that I advise. Again, it's an advice. It's not really something that you want to go by, but I really think that the right time to raise or to bring someone external into your businesses when you have a proven demand and a scalable business model. When you have the need to fund accelerate growth, you don't have to do growth from the bottom. You have to accelerate growth, not just to survive. Again, when you use data to have clear metrics to show why the capital injection will create exponential returns, when you already have proven that bootstrapping are not, that bootstrapping got you to a certain place, but cannot get you to a different place anymore. So those are the right times when you want to fundraise. Again, for everybody that is listening, please go to into the next dash insights and then go for not all problems are solved with money, a founder fundraising for startups. So it's kind of an inside article that I wrote because we were having this conversation with the founder, and I really think that there's a lot of people out there that should have this kind of conversations with people like me. But if you don't have people like me that you want to have these conversations with, read the article, and guess what, I'm always in your corner. So if you want to have a free strategy session, again, you can contact me. I would love to talk to you. Until then, I will talk to you next time. Bye.